Hi there, I am Sandy, and I am so glad you are here. If you've built something in your life, your work, your business, your reputation, and it works or it worked, but it doesn't really feel like you anymore, this is for you. Because sometimes what we build is missing a piece of ourselves. There's a part of you that's left behind. And at some point, that starts to matter to you. There was a very long stretch of my life where if you looked from the outside looking in, it looked fine. My work looked fine. I was capable. I was responsible. I could build things. I could figure things out. But there was always this quiet sense, this quiet voice that I wasn't fully being my whole self, that there was something missing. And even though I knew that, I didn't want to look at it. I didn't want to look too closely at it anyway, because I had the feeling if I looked at who I really was, it would ask me to do something that I wasn't ready to do, I didn't want to do. It wasn't fear of failing at something different. It was fear of me being actually seen. I wanted to remain hidden. I've been more comfortable in the background, observing, supporting, holding things together. And if I really let myself be seen and show up how I meant to show up, I might have to step forward in something that was unfamiliar and uncomfortable. And that just made me really nervous. What if people didn't understand me? What if who I really am didn't match what people would expect of me? And I wasn't really ready to face that until I couldn't stay where I was anymore. There was just no path forward. There was still a part of me that I needed to look at. If I stayed in that comfortable spot, I could be competent, um, and hidden and invisible, but it didn't really fit who I was. And I mean, this is the part that matters. When you hide long enough, your work might be successful and might succeed, but you don't really feel alive in it. And that's the cost of remaining hidden. You don't really fulfill who you're supposed to be. You're not 100% what you're capable of. For me, it wasn't some huge dramatic change. It was the fact I just got tired of avoiding who I really am or what I am supposed to be doing. So I slowed down. I stopped trying to fix my business, my work with strategy. I spent time by myself, no noise, no performing, just me. And I started asking myself, who am I really? If I'm not proving who I'm supposed to be, if I'm not worried about being judged, if I don't care what others think, if I'm true to who I really am, who is that? And slowly I just started letting that person exist, come out from hiding. And it wasn't all at once, just bits and pieces here and there, just enough for me to feel like I wanted to continue down this path. If this is where you are at in your work, in your life, in your business, instead of asking, what should I build next? Ask, where am I still hiding? Where do I hold back who I really am and what I'm really thinking? Where does my life work but doesn't quite fit who I really am now? I mean, don't rush into it. This is a process, but this is actually where it starts. Being seen isn't about attention. It's about alignment with who you really are. It's about your work matching who you really are and showing up how you came here to be. Because when it does, you feel different inside. You feel more steady, more energized, more yourself, and that changes everything. It changes all the energy around you. If you want help walking through that process in a more structured way, I've linked my course below. I created it because I needed more structure when I was going through this, and I know a lot of people do. But even if you don't click anything, just be willing to look at yourself. Slow everything down and start asking yourself the questions. Who am I really? What am I hiding? What if I don't have to perform anymore and just be? And I am living this too. Um, but that's enough for now. That's it's one step forward. It's a process and enjoy your journey. That's all I have to say. Cheers to you.